Hey, I'm going to give you guys a quick tour of my motorhome while my pizza is baking there. So this is a 2011 Winnebago Vista, and I've done a few little remodeling things in here, and I'll point them out as we go. So this is the bedroom. This is a 31-foot gas-powered motorhome, and been in it for several years, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the lifestyle, the RV lifestyle. I've had an opportunity to travel a lot, so it's held up really well. I love the way I love the Winnebago brand. So this is the bedroom, and one of the first things I did in the bedroom was I turned my mattress sideways because the head of the bed was over there, and there was a little bit of space down this little side of the bed, but it was really narrow. And the person who had this before me kept hitting the valances because the valances would come loose off this around the window. You know how the valances hang down the side. So I just took the valances off and turned the bed sideways. And what that did is it created a foot of space back there against that back wall. And Bushka is going to join us. And by creating that foot of space, I was able to put these 3-tiered cubby organizers back there for storage. I love it. I love all that extra storage space. And so, yeah, I don't know if you can see in the back, but there's some Reflectix against that back wall, which is insulation material. Really helps insulate that back area, especially if the back of the rig is facing west and it gets really hot. It also insulates during the cold season too. So yeah, now you'll notice I've got these little silver fixture covers around my fixtures. This is what the fixtures look like. A little white plastic oval shaped. And I just wanted to cover them up. And so I went over to Hobby Lobby. I'll show you the ones in the living room because I can't reach this one right now. Went to Hobby Lobby and got some sheet metal, decorative sheet metal. Just cut it and in the shape and covered the fixtures. And it looks really nice when it's lit up at night. So we've got 2 storage cabinets up there, a wardrobe over here, and then down below we've got a couple of drawers. And then below the drawers, which is kind of blocked right now with these 2 boxes, there's a little cubby hole back there. You can see that I took the panel off. The panel usually is attached from the inside of that little cubby hole, but that little cubby back there is as deep as the wardrobe. And so there's space down there to put storage. So I stuffed my winter coats down there and some boots down there. What a gorgeous day it is. So I'm located in a really nice, quiet, brand new RV park here in Central Texas. And they just finished completing the shower and the laundry room. It'll probably be open in a couple of weeks once they get everything installed. And Bushka's going to join us and narrate. You want to get on your stool? Get on your stool. There you go. Come on. You can get on your stool. No? Bushka, come here. Oh, he's so loud. You're so loud. Over here in the corner, I used to have a corner cabinet that was just attached to the wall there. And because it was a corner cabinet, it was triangular shaped shelves, and it was really hard to organize things in triangular shaped shelves. So disconnected that cabinet, and I bought this cabinet at Bed Bath & Beyond. And I love the way this was put together because, well, I put it together when I got home, but there's no hardware. All of the pieces connect with these little cams up here. So these little cams, I guess that's what they call them, a cam. It's a little lever. So once you attach the pieces together, you just flip the little switch over and it locks it together. And it's solid wood. No particle board, nothing. It's all solid wood. And I think it was about $75. So it just gave me some more storage space. Now this television used to be mounted to the top of the cabinet that was over there. So obviously I had to take the television off, and I mounted this piece of wood with another piece of wood just like it on the other side of the wall. I'll show you in a moment. And then I mounted my television to the wall there. I decided not to get the swivel arm attachment because it would have come out to about here, and it would have been really challenging to walk over to that side of the bed because it would have stuck out too far. So I just mounted it with a fixed bracket, and it works for me. There's my other baby. Hi, Remington. All right, so when I turned the bed sideways, it obviously blocked that space over there. But down below the bed, there's space down there. You can't see it, but there's space down there. So the cats like to hide under there, which is great. You know, someone comes knocking at the door or thunderstorms, they like to hide under there. And so because I wasn't going to be using that space anymore to walk around, I added this little shelf. And I've got some baskets and things for clothes. And then I left one spot open for the kitty cats because they like to sit up here. You want to come get up here? Come here. You want to jump up? No, not right now? Okay. All right. So, like I mentioned, I took all the valances off the windows. And just left them bare. I don't like curtains hanging over the windows. I just love the light coming in. This is one of the things I really love about this rig is the windows. A lot of RVs that I've seen, I mean, I looked at over a dozen or two RVs, and I had two things that were really important to me. Big windows and no dinette. So, all right, so let's take a look this way. Got our bathroom here. So there's where I mounted the other piece of wood through the wall. And I've got my towels hanging there on a little towel rack. I've painted the cabinets. They used to be that dark cherry wood. A little basket hanging up there. A little door basket hanger I got at Target for my hair dryer and my flat iron. Cover up the sunlight because it gets really bright in here. But lots of storage in the bathroom. It's really very well designed. And then over here is the shower. You can see I have the opening closed up just because it's so bright. I've got a dome over there for the shower. And so I have some window film I've covered the door with just to kind of keep it a little darker. Sometimes I like to take naps during the day and it just helps when it's not so bright in here. Plus it gets hot in the shower, so that's kind of another reason why I have that towel up there. It just keeps the heat out of the rig. I love using these over-the-door hangers. My best tip for you when it comes to storage or organizing, anything that hangs over a door is going to be really useful. I also like using a lot of those little 3M hooks because they don't damage the walls. Now, I took the door off the hinges, so it used to close and open this way towards that little wall and created a privacy door for the bedroom. But I'm the only one here, so I always had to keep the door shut. And I was opening and closing the door every time I wanted to go into the bathroom. So since it's just me, I took the door off the hinges, mounted this. These are called floor phalanges, I think. Little copper bar, a couple of hooks on top of the door. I mounted it across, and I have some wheels at the bottom of the door. So it's a little sliding door, and it just stays open. And the reason I have this curtain here is because it's a lot easier to just pull the curtain closed because I have this window opposite the bathroom, and I have neighbors. So I pull this little curtain shut, and even though it's sheer, you still can't really see through it when it's gathered, so it just makes it easier to use the restroom. Okay, TMI, right? All right, so down here we've got two drawers. I've got my couple of circuit breakers and fuses down there. Very convenient to have that in the middle of the rig, along with my control panel for everything else that I use on my some other electronics. I've got two deep pantries, and then my refrigerator, and my cat. See, I've got a lot of these 3M hooks. I use a lot in my rig. So I got this little caddy. This is where I kind of have a little charging station here. It's where I charge my phone, charge my batteries for other things, and got some more drawers down there. There used to be a little pop-up table over here where it kind of laid against the wall and then popped up, but it was so small it was just really too small. And it was kind of, you know, not as functional as they thought it would be. So I just removed it. I just took it off. Because now I can put my trash can there. So when the lid came up, that table would be in the way, even though it was laid against the wall and the trash can stuck out a little bit. So the table just wasn't worth it. Okay, so let's go this way. I replaced the sink in this rig. I used to be a double sink in the rig, and I put in this, what's called an all-in-one by Glacier Bay. And it came with the faucet and the drain, and it also comes with a basket that sits on top of the edges so you can rinse off food. Love it. I can now clean pots and pans in here. Added some wallpaper, and then I got cabinet space up there. I added some doorknobs, changed out the doorknobs. So got a lot of space up here. And then more cabinet space down there. And then I've got another drawer here. Stove, oven. I don't use the oven in the stove. It just gets too hot here in Texas to cook inside. I like to cook outside on my grill. So I just cover it up. I have my toaster oven stowed in there, but I'm using it right now. So when I'm done with it, I just stick it back in the oven. So I just have other things over here. I've got my tea and just some little decorations back there. And then my microwave. My entertainment center, lots of storage up there. I've got a drawer and cabinets on both sides of the table, and then 2 double cabinet doors underneath the table. This table is covered right now. I'm looking for a really pretty tablecloth because I keep my cat boxes under here. I'm not going to show you their cat boxes. In fact, one cat's in there now, but 2 of the cat boxes are under the table. So, nice place to hide them. And then over here, we've got some lights, little LED lights. That's one of the first things I did when I moved in, as I changed all the bulbs out and put in LED lights on every fixture. Every single fixture has LED lights now. It was so strange when I would turn on the lights. It would be so hot. The heat that those regular incandescent bulbs gave off was just incredibly hot. And you do everything you can in Texas to keep it as cool as you can in here. So I couldn't really turn on but 1 or 2 lights. So that was one of my first purchases. And then you'll notice I've got these boards sitting on top of the slides. They're not very heavy. The slide has got a metal frame, so it's not sitting on the wood. It's sitting on the metal frame of the slide. So this is a slide, and this is a slide. And when I hit the road and I travel, I bring this board and this board over here. It's kind of covered with some material close together, and I hang my bike this way over the table. So when the slide comes in, this table can push in about halfway underneath the entertainment center, and it just hangs over the table and it's out of the way, and I just attach it to the table so it doesn't swing back and forth. And so when I'm not hanging the bike that way, I just hang it by one tire over there. It's really lightweight. It's a very lightweight bike, but it's too expensive to leave outside or put in my storage. So I have to leave it inside. So now that I've got these boards, I hang other things from the boards. My workout bands, a little basket over here. And then this is the front door area. My camera usually adjusts to, there we go, adjusts to brightness and darkness. So on this side, I got rid of the sofa that came with the rig. It was just big and bulky and uncomfortable and heavy. It had a mattress underneath it. You could fold out into a queen bed, queen air mattress. I hated it. So I took it apart, got rid of it, and I bought a studio day sofa. So the studio day sofa has 2 arms that fold down flat, or you can fold up one and leave the other one down flat. cushion it came with is not very comfortable, but I added some blankets up under this cover. You can get it at Walmart or you can get it at World Market. The cover material it came with is outdoor material. So it's this green, and I'm not really into green. So I just covered it with a blanket. But it's very sturdy, so if I ever wanted to put it outside, let's say I found a more permanent place and I wanted to put this outside, it's solid wood, so I could probably treat it with maybe some treatment to make it last longer, maybe stain it, and I could use it outside if I wanted to. But right now it's my sofa. It's giving me extra space under there for storage, so I like it. Hi, baby. Why are you talking so much this morning? What you want? What? What? I love you. Will you brush your face? Brush your face. Come brush your face. Come here. Come brush your face. Come here, Bubba. Come on, brush your face. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Brush your face. This is this is a glass cleaner that you suction cup to the bottom of your sink. It's never been used for a glass cleaner, but I saw this ad on TV for something very similar for cats, and it looked just like the thing that the cats use to scratch on, but it was like 3 times more expensive. So I went over to World Market and I found one of these. It was like $2, and I suction cupped it to my stove, and now they love coming over here and scratching their face and scratching their back. So if I move this out of the way, they like walking underneath it and rubbing up against it. And it's just real soft bristles. It's not hard, and they love it. You like brushing your face? Good boy. Good boy. Hello. Go brush your face. That's what I tell them. All right, so let's make our way. We've got storage cabinets up here as well. And here's the little metal thing I was telling you about. Right now it just is up there with tension. So it's just sheet metal. I cut it with some tinning shears, and I use these little brass brads to fasten it together. I've got some double sticky tape on there, but it really doesn't need it. And it just sits up there, and it looks so pretty when it's lit up. So I've got several of these. Oops, I just stepped on my laptop power cord here. Plug that. Let me plug this back in. Whoop, pizza's done. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. Let's see. Let's give it 3 more minutes. Maybe turn it up a little bit. Get it nice and toasted. Alright. So yeah, cover up those light fixtures. So let me show you these MCD shades. This is a day shade. You just pull it down. It's spring loaded on the arm inside. So day shade, and then we have another one called a night shade. And you just give it a little tug, and then tug it again to stop it. And there you go. I know. Alright, so this table here doesn't have any legs. It just slides in and out. And you just push it if you want to push it all the way in, and then you pull it if you want to pull it all the way out. So, alright, let's take a look over here. This is the cat's room, pretty much. So, they kind of hang out up there on the dashboard, and the reason I have it covered up right now is because I'm trying to isolate the heat that comes in from the front windshield. I do have an outside windshield cover that I'll show you here in a minute, but it does help isolate that heat that just stays up there. And so this is their little area, and I cover up the dashboard and the steering wheel and all the components with a blanket just to keep the cat hair off of that area. You're talking a lot today. You're talking a lot today. Oh, by the way, I covered my chairs with some material. I didn't like the material that this rig came with, so I covered it with some outdoor upholstery material. And I used the rest of the scraps I had to make an outside window shade. You can kind of see it through the window. I'll show it to you when I walk out there. But it's suction cupped to the outside window. That direction is west. So I'm doing everything I can to keep it cool in here. So let me just kind of show you the cat's area. This is their space. They got their little beds and blankets up there. So I also have an indoor shade that pulls down electronically. It doesn't pull down, it's a remote control shade that pulls down from the inside, just to have some more privacy. And so this is their little area. So sometimes when I want to leave the windows open at night for the cats to look out, because every once in a while they'll see rabbits and armadillos, and I think I haven't seen a raccoon yet, but I've heard some coyotes come through. I like to shut these curtains to give the privacy to the living room area if I happen to be up watching TV. So I'll shut those curtains and it just kind of divides the space. It just gives it a little softer touch to the RV. Right now I've got this fan going, so I'm going to leave that open. All right, so let's go outside. All right, so I had to add this little Velcro to this door that slides open, because when I first moved in, my cats would slide the door open and jump out. So not good, right? So we got storage over here and here. It's a little windy today. So this is the outside window shield that covers the windshield. And I've got that material on the outside window. Tire covers. I usually take my wipers off so they don't get rotted from the heat. And there's the outside of the rig. Then we've got storage here. Sewage, water connections, generator, and then back here we've got a big storage that also opens from both sides here, so you can see through it. There's a lot of storage back here. One time I had to climb in that back storage into my bedroom because I locked myself out. There's a little panel in the bedroom where that cubby hole was I was telling you about that opens to the back storage. And then I've got an awning. Too windy today to open it up. So what I'm going to do real quick, since we're outside, is I'm going to kill some of these ants. And if you don't know already, baking soda is not friendly to ants. So I'm going to go dump some of this outside around the rig and leave you with a quote I saw the other day online. There is zero connection between net worth and self-worth. I saw that on a video I watched in regards to, I won't even say what the subject is, but I heard it, I liked it, I wrote it down. All right, y'all have a great day. See you later.